So, however, we may have some errors that will still not affect the trial balance debit side agreement with credit side. They are error of omission, error of commission, error of principal, error of original entry, and compensating errors, and error of complete reversal. These errors will not affect the trial balance agreement. However, they are also errors. For instance, error of omission means you totally completely omit the transaction. That means it won't even appear in the ledger accounts. Error of commission is making a customer or a supplier who has similar name with another customer or supplier, committing him or her. For instance, if a firm sold goods to firm ABC Enterprise and it was recorded in ABZ Enterprise, that means that is an error of commission, committing ABC's transaction for ABZ because the names are quite similar. Error of original entry, that's error about figures. If you transact an amount that is 769, for instance, and you recorded it as 796, that is an error of original entry. Then we have some other errors. However, we have some errors that we immediately reflect that there is a problem. Error of overcasting on one side. For instance, if you sold goods of 700 to a customer and sales account and customer's account should be recorded, please, you may refer to double entry system video. This explains how to open the account very well, and accounting 101, as I said earlier, this explains how the entries are made, and trial balance video. These are previews to this topic, correction of errors. You may watch them again to refresh your knowledge bank about this topic, because they are fundamental principles we need to know before we correct errors. We need to know the right things before we know how to correct the wrong things. Back to the correction of errors. Now, I will give some examples and we'll do it together. We'll start with errors that will not affect trial balance agreement, as I said earlier. First, error of omission. Error of omission means the transaction was totally ignored or forgotten to be recorded. That means we just write the correct thing in the trial balance, opening the journal entries. Error of omission example. A firm purchases item of 700 watts or goods of 700 watts from Mr. James. That means purchases account and Mr. James account will be opened. Purchases account, goods are being received. That means it is in the debit side. Then, but Mr. James' account is credited because the firm is the one giving goods out to our own firm. That means the account we open in correction is to open Mr. James' account. Okay, sorry, let me switch to blue ink marker. I feel it's going to be deeper for you to see out there. Okay, the error is omission, and the transaction omitted was purchased goods from James on credit. Since it is error of omission and it was omitted, then we just open the normal things, James account and purchases account. Mr. James or James Enterprise is the one giving out goods. That means we credit. This principle of debit and credit is explained in accounting 101. You may watch it again for emphasis. So James is giving, so we credit, let's use $700. So $700 purchases. Then James purchases account is debited because goods have been received to the firm. So it's going to be debited. Debit is the left hand side. Learn Account Basic Way also explains this. In fact, you may watch those videos to brush yourselves up. Thank you. So, purchase account, then James. There is a principle in the details. When two accounts are opened, the name of James and purchases, the name of the second account will be the detail in James' account. The name of this account will be the detail in purchase account. That is when two accounts are opened for a single transaction. The two accounts, one will be the detail in the other account and vice versa. Now, this is correction. So if you open a journal entry to correct this, so this is debit, this is credit. So to open journal entry, purchases was debited. To correct, 700. Then James credited. So what we did was a correction of error of omission. So we move to the next error. Let's say it is error of principle. Error of principle is taking, for instance, a capital item for a revenue item. For instance, if the firm sold machinery, repairs machinery, and it was recorded mistakenly in machinery account. When you repair machinery, it should go to repairs account because that is a revenue expenditure. When you buy or sell machinery, that is capital expenditure or capital receipt respectively. So there are two different entries. When you repair machinery, that is an expense. When you buy machinery, you are bringing in asset to the firm. So machinery accounts should be opened. Hence, when you record repairs of machinery transaction inside machinery account, that is an error. And that error is error of principle. So let's show how to correct it. Number 2, we are treating error of principle. So repairs of $400 was recorded in machinery account. This is an error of principle because it should be opened in repairs account. Mistakenly, it was recorded in machinery account. So what we are to do is to debit machinery account was recorded in the debit. So that means to credit machinery account, we will debit repairs account. Kindly watch those videos again. There are principles that we talked about there. For instance, debt clip acronym DEAD. We talked about it inside Learn Account Basic Week and Accounting 101 and documentary system. Now, repairs is an expense, so it should have a debit entry. Machinery is an asset, it should have a debit entry. You are bringing in something to the firm. Now, because machinery has been recorded in machinery in the debit side, that means to reverse that, we'll credit machinery. This is correction number 2. So we'll credit machinery with 400, and repairs that was actually the original transaction that was ignored will now record it in the normal side for repairs, which is the debit side. So repairs 400. This is okay. This is details. Kindly note, this thing that I'm doing is a general journal to show the correction of the errors, the 2 errors that I've already made corrections for so far. So this is in correction of error of commission. Basically, to correct errors, just think of the right thing to do. Hence, you need a good knowledge of the double entry system. Kindly review it in this channel, double entry system, because that teaches us how to open the account for each transaction. When there's a deviation to the correct openings, that's where you now correct. So, and the errors can vary from one to the other. Just know the principles of opening the correct account. So let me go to example number 3 to correct. Okay, let's use a reversal of entry. The firm sold goods to, okay, let's complete reversal. Complete reversal means the side that you should debit, you credit. The side that you should credit, you debit. The account rather that you should debit, you credit. The account that you should debit, you credit, and vice versa. So that's complete reversal. That will not be reflected in the trial balance, but yet there is an error. So let's do it this way. Sold goods to Delhi Enterprise 420 on credit. Sales account was debited and Delhi credited. Correct the error. Now, when the firm sells goods to another firm or Delhi or an individual, sales account is giving out goods. That means it is credited. It is recorded in the right hand side of the account. Account is a T. The left hand side is debit. The right hand side is credit. So to your own right hand side, that is credit. This is your right hand side if you are watching me. This is your left hand side if you are watching me. So this side that is right, if you are watching me, is credit side. This side that is left, it is my right hand side, but if you are watching me, this is your left hand side. That is debit. So if I look like a T this way, this is debit, this is credit. The side that is giving, credit side. The account that is receiving, debit side. So when you sell goods to Delhi, Delhi receives the goods. That means Delhi's account will be debited, left side. Sales account, goods are being given out through sales. So sales account is credited, right hand side. Incidentally, the reverse was the case here. Sales that should be credited was debited, and Delhi Enterprise that should be debited was credited. To correct the error, we need to take note of something. Sales account should have 420 in credit side, but it has 420 in the debit side. So first, we need to look for an amount that will first cancel out the 420, and we need to still record the 420 in the credit side. That means basically, in summary, when you have error of complete reversal, when you are correcting, multiply it by 2. For emphasis sake, note this place. When you are correcting error of reversal of entry, when the value you will write will be the double of the amount. Because if you write the same amount in correction, like the other examples we have done, we corrected with the same amount. The number 2 was 400, we corrected with 400. Now, for error of complete reversal, you should double the amount so that it will clear out the mistake in the side that was recorded and to now leave the correct amount in the balance. So now, sales account will be affected, Delhi account will be affected, sales account, Delhi. Kindly please zoom up if the handwriting is tiny for you to see. My apologies. So sales account that should be credited normally was debited. So to correct, we'll credit it. But what did I say earlier? If you remember, I said we should double the amount. So this will now be 840. For Delhi, that should be in the debit side but mistakenly credited. What we will do, we record 420 times 2, 840. Now, I said something earlier, if you remember, that when you open 2 accounts, the name of one account is the detail of the second account, and vice versa. That means in sales account, the detail will be Delhi. And in Delhi account, the detail will be sales. If you take note, 420 that was mistakenly recorded in the debit side of sales, if you remove it from 840, this will be left with 420. But anyway, The correction, as I said earlier, is just to multiply by 2. By principle, it will leave the amount with the correct 420. So now, the journals to open to do that for number 3 is debit Denim enterprise account by 840. Then credit sales by 840. Don't forget, this is debit side, this is credit side. And what we did was in correction of reversal error. So, a recap of what we did again today. For correction of errors, we need good knowledge of double entry system and trial balance. Double entry system helps us to know how we should open the account normally. Trial balance helps us to know how to transfer the ledger balances to the respective sides in debit or credit respectively. And at the end of the period, the debit of trial balance should be equal to credit of trial balance. If it is not, then there is an error. And sometimes the debit and credit of trial balance may even be equal, and yet you have made some errors. Error of principal, error of commission, error of original entry, error of compensating errors, error of complete reversal. They will show that debit is still equal to credit, but yet we still have to correct the errors upon investigation when they are found out. Now, when these are done, please, double entry system, learn account basic way, accounting 101, and trial balance are already videos that are in this channel. You may kindly watch them to boost your knowledge for correction of errors. Now, for correction of errors, when those wrong things have been done, then we should just make the right things to correct them. That means we need to know the right thing in order to note and correct the wrong things, the errors. Now, one more or last thing is also that for complete reversal error, the value of correction should be doubled. Like example we used here, the 420 was the error being wrongly reversed. Now, when you are doing it in the right side now, you have to double the amount. So, if there is any question about this topic again, kindly put it in the comments. I will respond to you, and hopefully you'll get the response as soon as you make the comment. Make your refreshed knowledge from the other topics that I already mentioned, and this topic, I believe you would have understood it to a very, very large extent. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You may inform your friends, your colleagues, whomever you feel will learn from this channel. Thank you very much. I hope you will still stay safe, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Bye.